Today, we are going to talk about something almost all of us struggle with. How in the world do you find time to learn anything new when your schedule is just completely jammed? Well, we're going to break down how you can take just 15 minutes of your day and turn it into this incredibly powerful learning habit.
Does this feel familiar? You really want to learn a new language or pick up a new skill for work. But then you look at your calendar and just think, when? Seriously, when? Between your job, your family, all the errands, it feels impossible. You keep telling yourself, I'll get to it later. But, later just never shows up. It's a super frustrating loop to be stuck in. And trust me, you are not the only one. The whole problem often starts the second we open our eyes. We just fall right into what you could call the no-time trap. It's a morning that we don't really choose, it's one that just kind of happens to us. It's all reaction, with zero intention.
So this gives us a choice, a really fundamental one. On one side, you've got the reactive morning. The alarm blares, you instinctively grab your phone, and poof, 15 minutes are gone, just scrolling. It's a start to the day that's already filled with stress and rushing around. But on the other side, there's the purposeful morning. It's calm, it's focused, and it's where you decide to put a little time into yourself. That's the choice we're going to dig into.
And this brings us to a really crucial idea. The fix here isn't about somehow magically creating more hours in the day. That's impossible. It's about seeing the hidden power that's already sitting there, right in your morning routine. It's not about finding more time, it's about using the time you already have way better.
I absolutely love this metaphor. Your morning is a blank page. Just think about that for a second. When you first wake up, your mind is, it's pretty clear, right? It's not cluttered with all the stresses of the day yet. The house is quiet. That single moment is your chance to write the first sentence of your day, your way.
And that's exactly what it means to set the tone. The very first things you do in the morning can totally define how the rest of your day feels. It's just like making a playlist. If you kick it off with some chaotic, stressful song, the whole vibe is just off. But if you start with something focused and positive, that good energy just carries you through. You get to pick that first song.
So how do we actually do this? Well, let's look at a super simple 15-minute routine. And I want you to think of it not as another chore on your to-do list, but as a small, nourishing breakfast for your brain. It's not some huge commitment, just a few bites to get your mind warmed up and ready to go.
The routine itself is just beautiful in its simplicity. It's only 4 steps, and they're so easy to remember. Listen, speak, write, and review. You can do all 4, or hey, just start with 1. The whole point is that it's manageable. So let's break each one down real quick.
Okay, step 1 is listen. For so many of us, the habit is automatic. Alarm, phone, social media, right? Instead, picture this. You're making your morning coffee and you press play on a podcast or an audiobook about that thing you want to learn. Same phone, just a different app. Your brain in the morning is like a fresh, clean sponge. It's just ready to soak up new information before the day's chaos fills it up.
Step 2 is speak. Now, this is your own private practice time. For literally just 2 minutes, talk to yourself out loud about what you just listened to. I know it might feel a little weird at first, but nobody is watching, nobody is judging you. It's this perfectly safe space to start building real confidence and to go from just passively hearing something to actively using it.
And step 3 is write. Look, we're not talking about writing a novel here. Just 3 simple sentences. What's one thing you learned? What's one thought you have about it? That's it. Writing is like cleaning off your mental desk. It takes all those jumbled thoughts swirling around in your head, and it puts them into order. It just brings so much clarity.
And finally, step 4, review. Learning something new without reviewing it is like planting a seed and then just never watering it. It's not going to grow. A quick 2-minute glance at yesterday's notes is what makes all this information actually stick. It's that daily consistency, not last-minute cramming, that builds knowledge that really lasts.
So right about now, you might be thinking, okay, that sounds nice and all, but it's only 15 minutes. Can that really, truly make a difference? Oh, 100% yes. This next part is all about connecting those tiny little habits to a massive future, showing you how that small daily choice can completely transform your whole year.
Let's take the story of Sarah. She was always exhausted by the evening and felt like she had no energy to learn. So she started using her 15-minute morning train ride. Instead of mindlessly scrolling, she put on a podcast related to her field. It was the same train at the same time every day. She just made a different choice. And that one little change, day by day, completely transformed her skills and her confidence at work.
And her story just perfectly illustrates this principle that small steps add up. I mean, think about it. A single brick doesn't look like much, does it? A single 15-minute session might not feel like some huge breakthrough, but when you lay down one brick every single day without fail, you eventually turn around and realize you've built a massive, solid wall. That daily effort just compounds on itself.
And get this, the actual math is pretty wild. Someone who crams for 1 hour once a week gets in 60 minutes of study time. Okay, fine. But someone who is consistent for just 15 minutes a day during the week, they end up with 75 minutes. You actually end up learning more with the smaller, less stressful habit. It's just plain more effective.
So why does all this matter so much? Because you are literally turning dead time, your commute, waiting for the coffee to brew, into growth time. And you're not just building a skill, you're building the muscle of discipline. That little win first thing in the morning gives you this jolt of confidence that can carry you through your whole day. And in the long run, this is what unlocks future opportunities that you can't even see right now.
I want you to think of it like this. You're not just studying some random subject, you are literally forging a key. Every single 15-minute session is another pass with the file, slowly shaping that key. And then one day, you're going to walk up to a new door, a new career, a new project, a new friendship, and you'll realize you have the exact key you need to open it.
So, this all brings us to a simple choice for tomorrow. This isn't about trying to find an extra hour that you just don't have. It's about reclaiming one single 15-minute block that's already there to start building your future. The time exists. The only question left is, what 15 minutes are you going to reclaim?